is one thing, that's two. If there is one thing that I really don't like, it is having to spend hours and hours and hours and hours trying to find the right music for my video. I mean, hands up if you agree, if you feel the same way, because who has time for that? That is why in this video I thought it would be a good idea to share some of my tips that have helped me accelerate this process, and now I actually find music quite quickly. And that is without sacrificing the quality of the video, because we know how important choosing the right music is, so we don't want to sacrifice that. It literally helps you make the person who's watching your video feel a certain way. It helps you tell the story better, so we definitely don't want to sacrifice that. But we also don't want to waste our time. So the first thing that I always do is I review my footage. And what I mean by that is that I basically ask myself a few questions. I ask myself, what did I film? What are the activities? What is the location? What are the colors in the video? What kind of weather is it? Because all of those things give a certain vibe. So basically the main question that you're asking is, what is the vibe of this video? So for example, here I have some example footage, and when I look at this, I think of dreamy, I think of laid back, it's a nice Sunday, there's a lot of warm colors, so I want something that complements the vibe that's going on in the video. So if we would put some dark, like ponderous music underneath this footage, it's not gonna work. That is why it's still really important to find the right music for your video. So now that we've figured out the mood that we're trying to go for, because we want something that complements what's going on in our video to tell the story better and to really emphasize that story, it is time to find music. And if you've been around on the channel for a while, you've heard me talk about them before. I always go to Epidemic Sound. I find all my music and all my sound effects on Epidemic Sound. If you don't know Epidemic Sound yet, it is a music licensing website where you can get tons of songs and I think almost 100,000 sound effects at this point. It is really great. I've been using them since the start of my channel, way before I partnered with them, because they're just so good. Their user interface is super convenient, it is super fast, and I can find my songs in no time. So let's go to Epidemic Sound and find our song. So the first thing that I do, since I've already established the mood that I'm going for, is I'm gonna click right here on mood, and here you'll see all the featured moods, and down here you'll see all the other moods that aren't featured. But in this case, I think I'm just going to start with dreamy. Then there's tons of more filtering options. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to click on laid back, so the suggestions will be a little bit more specific. As we're going through the suggestions, I can already see that a lot of it is alternative hip hop. Now, I think this could really work for our video. We could also go with something like more romantic and jazzy, but let's go for alternative hip hop. So I'm going to go to genre right here, and I'm going to click on alternative hip hop. If we want, we could also filter it by tempo. For example, if we want a more slow song, but I'm just going to leave it like this. So now what we can do is we can listen to a song, and often you'll hear a song and it's just not it. What we can do is we can click right here on the two circles that says find similar. So if we click on that, we get suggestions that are all very similar to that one song that we liked, but it's just not it. But here's an even better thing. Now, sometimes it happens to me that I'm hearing a song and I think, oh, this song would be so perfect without that melody. If we can just take that out, it would have been perfect. You can, if you choose any of the songs, you can download all the separate stems, and stems are basically layers within a music track. So you have a bass layer, you have a drums layer, an instruments layer, a melody layer, sometimes you have a vocal layer. So you can take all of those out and you can mix it up as you want. So what you could also do is, if you like the bass but you would like it to come in later in the song, then you can just take out the bass for a portion of the song. So that way you get so much creative freedom, and it's so much easier and faster to find a song, because you don't have to try and find a very similar song. You can just take out that little bit that you don't like and you're good to go. Now, what I would really recommend, and I do this all the time, is when I'm browsing, I often find songs that I like but that don't fit this specific project or video that I'm going for. So what I do is I save it for later by creating a playlist, and I have so many playlists, it's ridiculous, but it really helps, because then the next time when I'm working on another video and I really need a song for this vibe, I already have a few songs selected and I already have them saved, so I already know that I like them, and that way you don't have to spend any time at all on your videos, really. Obviously, I'm saving best for last, because the last feature is actually on the homepage, and this is the one that I use for all of my YouTube videos, because they have a recommendation system based on my YouTube channel. So in my account, I linked my YouTube channel channel, so Epidemic knows what kind of music I'm using, and based on that data, it recommends me songs that are similar in vibe and in style and in genre as what I have going on my channel. So that way, I barely spend any time finding music. Sometimes I just listen to it and it's perfect from the get-go, and sometimes I just have to click on find similar to find similar songs, and it's just way better than having to go through every genre and mood and all of those things. Like, I can be done in 5 minutes, and that is not an exaggeration. But then also, if you're not a YouTuber but you have used Epidemic Sound before, you will get recommendations based on your previous downloads. So if you're working on similar projects or you make the same style of videos, then it's definitely worth checking that out. Honestly, ever since they added this feature, I have been saving so much time. And if you haven't been using Epidemic Sound and you would like to check it out, there is a link in the description. I'll put it there so you can get 30 days for free to try it out. You can cancel at any time, no strings attached. The 30 days are on me, so go check it out. Link is in the description. They have two plans. They have a personal plan and a commercial plan. I really recommend the commercial plan if you're a professional YouTuber or a freelancer, because then you don't ever have to worry about buying tracks. Now that we found our perfect song, it is time to edit it. And I made a video specifically about how to edit your audio, so make sure to click right here. Make sure to do all the YouTube things, subscribe, notification bell, all the things. And I'll see ya in 3, 2, 1.